All right, good morning, guys. This was totally random. I didn't plan on doing this, but it was a message that I felt that I needed to share with you guys. Like, if you followed me for a while, you know I fly by the seat of my pants. I don't typically plan like posts or videos or anything like that. So I try to do a better job of getting on video for you guys because I know y'all enjoy these. So anyways, let's just jump into this. I wrote down some questions that I've received a lot over the past, I don't know, probably month. And with World Carnivore Month coming up in January, I felt this was a good time for me to hop on video. You guys can actually see me like on real time. And I want to be the kind of person, like, if you guys run into me, like in real life, and I'll run into a lot of you guys, like when I'm at Target, you'll just be like, are you Lilbitoffit? Like, I want you guys to come up and say hi. I want you guys to be able to say, hey, she's just like she is on social media in real life, because that's really how it should be. I don't feel like life should be scripted. So anyways, random shit on my mind. Let's jump into this. So just some tips for you guys. If you're thinking about, and hopefully you are thinking about shifting your relationship with food, or trying to change your diet or workouts, or trying to do things to just better your life in general. And this will be more for my people who are gonna try like a more meat-based diet, because that's kind of what I do. And I'm just trying to teach you everything that I have in my brain to help you guys figure this shit out a lot earlier than I did in life. So if I can even help one of you guys out there, then all of this stuff is worth it. My DMs are always open. You guys can always hop on IG. I'm pretty active on IG. I don't consume a lot of Instagram, but I'm always trying to keep in touch with you guys and put out new content to help you in any way that I can. And if you guys ever have any suggestions, like on posts, information you need to know about, whatever, like that's where I get my ideas for my creations. It's from you guys. And I wrote down questions that I've received most often over the past month. So just talking about kind of like my new routine, things that I use, things that I help, that have helped me, things that I've learned over the years. And I think the biggest thing that I want to talk about is carnivore. And I hate saying carnivore, but a meat-based way of eating and living is fabulous. May not be for everyone, and that's okay. Like, I take a no diet dogma approach when it comes to like food and exercise and really everything in life, because we're all different and no one should be put in a box or made to feel like they need to do something that doesn't feel authentic to them. And you guys can listen to all the coaches and get lost in all the information out there, because there's a lot of it. But at the end of the day, you guys are the advocates of your health and your body, and you guys know your body's best. Okay, so don't get lost in that. Like, listen to your gut. You're going to hear me say it. Trust your gut, literally, figuratively, metaphorically, whatever is the right way to use that. I don't know. Don't really care. Trust your intuition, because it's never wrong. Something my mom taught me. She's taught me a lot of things. Everybody listen to your moms out there. Anyways, so the biggest thing that I want to talk about is carnivore doesn't heal everything. Like, a meat-based way of living is fantastic for a reset diet. People who are encountering like you're having gut issues, you notice when you go more low carb, stick to meats and animal products and eggs and things like that, like your digestive symptoms get better. It's great for people who are more abstainers. So you'll hear me talk about abstainers versus moderators. That's one thing that I work on with clients first, is you need to determine if you're an abstainer or a moderator, because I'm an abstainer. I can't have one cookie or I want the whole package. It's kind of like an alcoholic. You know, you'll hear us talk about this stuff all the time. You guys need to determine which one you are. Carnivore works very, very well for us abstainers, especially if we have a poor relationship with sugar and carbohydrates. So the biggest thing I want to tell you is mindset is everything. Thoughts become things. You guys will hear me preach this over and over again. If you do not tackle your poor relationship, your shitty relationship with yourself and food in general, all right, carnivore is not going to take care of that. It will help. as far as cravings, like once you get adapted, and you'll hear me say this, the adaptation period, y'all, is a long time. It's not short or a quick fix. This is something that you really need to commit to, at least, I would say at least for 30 to 90 days when you're doing something like that, or really any diet in general. If you're really going to commit to it, it's not going to heal the poor relationship that you have with yourself. All right, that comes from your heart, it comes from your head. Like, you guys got to learn, whatever techniques, and I work with my clients and you guys on this. I talk to a lot of you via DM. You got to tackle that first. It doesn't heal disordered eating if you're not managing, where your root cause issues are. Same thing with gut issues. And if you guys aren't being consistent, especially if you're encountering, IBS symptoms, I have Crohn's. I struggled with what they told me was IBS for years. For those of you who are new here, I was diagnosed in 2018 with Crohn's. Like, if you guys aren't consistent, like with your food and your lifestyle, and you don't take the time to like figure out how your body works, what doesn't, what does. And I know a lot of you, especially meat-based people, hate tracking food, but guys, it's just data. And if you've plateaued and things aren't working the way that you want, or maybe you're putting on weight and body fat and you don't understand why, track your food. Like, that's where you're going to get your data. Like, those are your puzzle pieces to fit in your puzzle to figure out what works and what doesn't. It doesn't mean you have to track food forever. Everything comes down to self-awareness. Everything. From your relationship with yourself, your relationship with food, your relationships in general, finances, job, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what diet you do. Everything stems from self-awareness. Okay, so use them as tools. They're not chains. They're not things. Like, macros aren't chains. Tracking your food isn't chains. Keeping a food journal, whatever you guys want to do, or even sticking to a diet. Maybe you figure out, after a while, that it's too hard for you to do carnivore and you enjoy, different kinds of carbohydrates in your diet and you're okay with that. That's totally okay. Everything is a lesson. Nothing is a wrong choice. It's all just a lesson. So you guys got to tackle that stuff first and foremost. All right. My body image issues started at the age of 8. I just a quick background story for those of you who don't know me. Struggled with disordered eating basically my entire life. Started at 8. I was an overweight kid. Struggled with IBS symptoms. Was diagnosed in 2018 with Crohn's. Ups and downs, was a CrossFit athlete. My body's been all shapes and sizes. I've beat the piss out of myself by over exercising. Like, whatever you guys have done, binging, purging, anorexia, having hard times through breakups and relationship stress and not eating. Y'all, I've done it all. Okay. And to my clients, like, you guys know that I tell you what you want to hear, not always, or what you need to hear, not always what you want to hear, because I've done it all. Okay, so I get it. I understand your struggles, and especially struggling with gut issues. It makes you feel like trash. It affects every facet of your life. And I feel that, and I know that, and I want you guys to know that there's hope. So that's why I do these. That's why I put out all this content. It's for you. It's not for me. It's for you. And I hope that you're getting anything you can from them. So that's just a little bit about my background. I'm trying to stay on task. I have all these questions. So, carnivore. I made a huge guide. I basically brain vomited everything that I could think of that helped me along my journey into this 354-page guide. You can click on the link in my Instagram bio. I have a little link to purchase that there. I wish that I had something like this when I started. Kelly Hogan was a huge help. She was the first person that I discovered when I decided to go meat-based and try to mend my gut issues, just find a lifestyle that works for me. And I'm grateful for her. Grateful, honored to call her my friend. So she's another wonderful resource. There's tons of people out there, guys. So anyways, you can purchase that if you want to. Link in my Instagram bio. Anyways. So on to the big question, daily habits, things that have helped me, supplements, routine. Routine is everything. You guys are going to hear me preach about routine. I do the same thing all of the time. My routine, all the products and supplements that I use are also in this guide. I included those in there. I have a separate supplement and PDF guide that I can just send you. I will just send it to you. You can click on the pictures. There's links to take you to, whatever you guys need to use. And I only support things that I have personally used or use right now. I don't support random companies that just offer me money because I think it's bullshit and unethical and I just don't feel right doing it. So know that I'm not going to suggest anything for you that I haven't used myself or don't currently use right now. Just disclaimer, gonna put that out there. So January is World Carnivore Month. So let's jump into like tips. As far as supplements, I grabbed a couple here. These are some of my favorites. Electrolytes. If you guys are going meat-based, you got to drink your water. You got to take your electrolytes. Huge mistake that I made when I started. I was not taking electrolytes. I got cramps, felt like shit. I was still an athlete, working out, doing stuff. Like, take your electrolytes. So that was a mistake that I made. Track your food so you know exactly how much that you're eating. I didn't do that either when I started. I gained 15 pounds when I started the carnivore diet. I didn't lose any weight until about month 8 or 9. And then I lost 20 in like 2 months because I figured my shit out. And I talk about all this in my guide, transitions, whatever. Get yourself an air fryer. I have an instant vortex 6 quart. Also in my guide. Amazon, Target, Kroger, those are the places that I've found them. I have 2. I take 1 to work, I leave 1 at home, and I travel with 1. Their names are Al and Abe. I name all my stuff, all my plants. I'm a weird little creature. But anyways, to all my other weird people out there, it's okay. We're special. I know. Another product that helped me utilize by New Ethics Formulations. They come in nice little travel packs. I work in healthcare. I've worked in radiology for 16 years. These are great to just throw in your bags and go. I take one of these about, I would say here lately, it's been about 10 minutes before I eat. And that just helps me digest my meals. I eat about 2 meals a day. You're going to find that most carnivores eat about 2 pounds of meat a day. Actually, I've been eating more. I've been eating like more around 2.5. I just been hungry and whatever. So once you learn like what's appropriate, what you feel good, and I'm in my maintenance, I'm not trying to lose body fat, like longevity is my goal. So nothing like that. So when you first start, just pick meats that you like. I find ground meat is the easiest to digest, track, all of that good stuff. You can eat eggs. All this stuff is in my guide too. Cheat sheets, macro cheat sheets, all that stuff. Don't play around with like fat cycling or extended fasting or any shit like that. Like if you're fasting 12 to 16 hours overnight, like that's enough. There's no need to have to eat 1 meal a day. Stick to 2 to 3. It's going to be easier for you. Most people, if you're a numbers person, you want macro ratios. I'm just going to throw this stuff out. Again, all this stuff's in my guide. About a 1-to-1 ratio for your maintenance levels for a carnivore, not eating carbs, is about a 1-to-1 ratio of protein to fat. So something like maybe 150 protein or 150 fat. Some people like higher fat. Some people thrive off of higher protein like me. Go your own way. Track your food. Pick meats that are higher in fat. So stop eating like lean chicken all of the time. I know that's like that bro diet mindset, because you're not going to get your calories in. You're going to be under eating. You have to have fat. I don't add extra fat to my meals. I don't have to. I stick to beef and red meat most of the time. Cattle farmer's daughter. Cheers, Dad. Beef, it's what's for every meal around here. If I said I was vegan, my family would disown me. That is one diet I've never done. Yes, I drink coffee. I drink it black most of the time. Drink water. So as far as fluids, water, coffee, occasional diet pop, occasional social alcohol for me, not in excess. I think I talked about most. Sleep, get your steps. 10,000 a day is a good goal. I get about 15. I'm trying to keep this under 15 minutes. Those are the big things, guys. So don't be afraid to try it. Don't be afraid to reach out to me via DM. I wish you guys the best Carnivore January, and I love y'all. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. Bye, guys.